How do you make a great marketing video? This is a question that has been tried and tested for literally decades, and today I'm going to show you how we here at Donegan Productions approach this problem and come out to make the greatest, most catered and personalized videos for our clients that get them more sales, more leads, and more conversions. The first thing you have to figure out when making a good marketing video is understanding what you're selling. Is it a product or a service? These are the two main types of things you could be selling, and they're very different from each other. A product is something tangible, you can feel it, you can touch it. A service is something more that's done for you, and it's not exactly something you can see or touch, so it might be a little bit harder to sell someone on buying a service. But on the other hand, a lot of the time services can have longer lasting effects and benefits rather than a product. Knowing the difference between these two is really important when you're scripting and framing your video, so you can make sure you can formulate the video towards what you're selling. The next thing you have to do is understand your audience. If you have a product or a service, you're trying to give it to one type of consumer. Let's say you're a landscaping company, right? You want to sell it to people who need their lawn mowed, they need their fence painted, they need their flowers planted in their garden. So you first have to understand who are you trying to sell this to, and then the second step here is how can I appeal to them the most efficiently, right? I wouldn't dress up like this with a collar and just nice, looking all good if I was to approach somebody about selling them pool toys, right? You know, you want to make sure that you're appealing to the audience, so in that way you can build a connection with them, grow a personality, therefore sell them the product. Now, once the video actually gets started, you want to identify a problem they have. Whether this problem, going back to the landscaping example, do they have an unpainted fence? Do they have an unmowed lawn? Right? You're trying to figure out what their problem is, identify it, make it aware that the problem is identified, and then you want to offer your solution. The solution is the most important part because the solution is the exact same thing as your product or service, because that's all it is. It's a solution to someone's problem. Now, after you offer the solution and you state the problem, the next thing you want to do is give a clear explanation of what your product is or what your service does. This is really important because whether you do it figuratively or you literally say what you do, you have to make sure the audience knows exactly what's happening, because the last thing you want is for them to walk away from the video being all confused, being like, I have no clue what I just watched, right? You want to make sure that after the video is finished, they know exactly what it is you do, what you sell, how it can help them, and why this solution is better than other solutions, and those other solutions are your competitors. The very last thing you want to do is you want to give a call to action for the viewer. This is because when the video ends, the last thing you want them to do is to be confused on what to do or where to go. You want to make sure it's very clear, whether it's a phone number, email address, or office address, they need a place to go and you need to tell them to do it. This is something that's very, very, very important, and it should be in every single marketing video, no matter what. Whether you say, buy now, call this number, it doesn't matter, there needs to be a call to action. And speaking of calling to action, if you want to know more about video marketing, click the link, fill out the form, and I will personally give you a phone call where we'll briefly talk about exactly what you need and what I can do for you.